Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are going to do a quick recap of the 2024 year for Baggers and Brews. We're going to wrap it up, put a bow on it, and get ready for 2025. All right, so like I said, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. We just wanted to do a quick video on recapping our 2024 year. We had a lot going on for Baggers and Brews this year. And we're moving into, we're in January now. I wanted to have this video done a little earlier, but here we are. So I wanted to, before we jumped into what's going on in 2025 and all that exciting stuff, just kind of wanted to quickly recap everything we did in 2024 and, you know, just quickly touch on everything. Not going to ramble on forever, which I'm already doing. As you can see, I got the beautiful Carolyn here with me, not George. Easy answer for why. The reality is, in 2024, just about all these things we're going to talk about, Carolyn was with me for them, and George wasn't able to do them. So I felt like it made a little more sense to have her here because she was there at these different things, and George had a crazy year, so he was not able to attend most of these things. So that being said, anything you'd like to kick us off with?
I feel like it was a quick year. We have a lot to cover, but man, the 2024 went by so fast.
It did fly by fast. We actually did probably more in 2024 for the Baggers and Brews channel than we've ever done, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that. And some of it really like ate up a lot of time, and really I had to devote a lot of time to in 2024, and some of it was just fun stuff. But so let's get started. We kicked off the year in the spring, beginning of March, and we headed down to Daytona for one of the biggest rallies in the country, the Daytona Bike Week. And it's their spring rally, as you know, they have two.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so we were able to go down, and originally didn't think we were going to, but we managed to get down there. We stayed at the Cackleberry Campground. What did you think about that? For the people who haven't stayed there and might want to stay there.
Well, it was interesting because in years past, we have gone to Daytona in the past, but we've stayed at hotels. So this was our first year at a campground. It's a lot of do what you want kind of stuff there, but I don't feel like it was too crazy, but it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. And for anybody that hasn't been there and stayed at the Cackleberry, it's not your traditional campground. It's not set up for year-round camping. This is someone who owns basically a field. Maybe it's part of a farm. I have no idea. I think it is a farm because next to it there was like livestock.
I think they moved cows to fit campers.
They just clear it, and they just kind of they create lots with like spray paint or whatever, or tape, however they do it, and then they just they sell them like spaces at a campground. But they only do a couple of events a year. I believe it's the spring rally, I think the fall rally, there might be something else, but that's about it.
The car races, Daytona car race, I think they set up there.
Yeah, that's it. So this isn't your traditional. There's no like full hookups and things like that.
There are hookups.
They have a handful of full hookups, but it's not a lot.
Most of it's boondocking, a lot of tent campers, and they bring in some
well, there's no
bathhouses.
full hookups, right? Because they don't have for your septic. They don't have that.
Oh, true.
So they'll come around and they'll pump that. I believe. I could be wrong, and if I am, leave that in the comments just so people who are interested in it know.
We didn't have one, so we don't know.
Doubt I'll be actually staying there again. So I don't really have a huge opinion on whether it's bad or good. It gets the job done for a rally experience.
Well, it was fun because we had a lot of people that we knew that stayed there, so they have their own events going on. So at night, you don't really have to leave the campground. You can go down and get food and drinks down there, and they have bands and events going on.
Bars, food, vendors. That's one of the cool things they do, that if you stayed at some other campground like away from the rally, isn't normally going to have all that stuff. We've been to other rallies where we stayed at campgrounds, and you don't get all that. So, same typical kind of vendors that you have at the actual rally, the same kind of food trucks and food tents, all that stuff down there. They have their own little area there that's like the party section.
And then what's across the street? The Cabbage Patch? Cabbage
Patch. So that's separate. That's another section that has some, I thought they had some camping behind all their stuff. But vendors, bars,
food,
all that stuff. So overall, not unhappy with the experience. It was cool. We got to be at that campground with a lot of people that we know, you know, whether through YouTube or already knew, whatever, but like a lot of fun people. So that was cool. I mean, it was a really good time. We got to do the typical Daytona stuff. You know, we went to Destination Daytona, the Harley dealer there, where you have all the vendors. It's massive if you've never been.
The big vendors such as
everything, like everything you could want to see. Well, that's big to us, but that, you know, all of the big, all the different parts, you can get anything done. Tires, wheels, shocks, suspension, pipes. I'm sure you can get motor work done there. Just like anything under the sun is there.
Yeah.
Anything you would want for your bike, tuning, sound systems, handlebars, seats, you know, pretty much everything. I will say, if there's 2 rallies that you can go to that have anything you're looking for as far as vendors, it's going to be Daytona and Sturgis. Everything's there. So got to go down and do that, which was cool. I got to record. We did several videos from down there. We got to spend time on Main Street.
Main Street's always a good time. A lot of bars, a lot of bikes, and more bikes. And some slingshots.
Bikes, people watching. People watching is amazing.
Yes.
If you haven't been and you don't understand the Daytona thing, the slingshots are a real thing down there. Don't know why they're there. I think most of us will agree they're not motorcycles, but somehow they managed to sneak their way in there and just up and down Main Street with their LED lights and their crazy loud music. I think it's just a regional thing. That's, you know, a lot of people from that area are into those. The weather, all that, they probably use those year round, whereas you don't really see that in, let's say, a Sturgis or some of the Midwest rallies. But amazing time at Main Street. Got a lot of recording down there. Like I said, we love to people watch, and it's great people watching. It's great people watching. We went over to all the big Daytona bars, you know, like Iron Horse and the Beaver Bar and all of those. We got to St. Augustine for the first time this year.
Yeah, that was great. That's a cute historic city. I think it's the oldest city in America, is touted as. If I'm wrong, correct me on that. But
I've heard that too.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
and
factual,
there's just a lot of cool things to do and see in St. Augustine. We spent a couple hours there. I would like to get back and spend some more time, but that was about an hour, a little over an hour ride.
A little over an hour if you do the A1A, which is what you should do just because that's the nice, fun, relaxing ride up there. If you've been to Daytona and have not been to St. Augustine, I definitely recommend it. And we'll definitely go back the next time we're down there and spend a little more time. We didn't get as much time there as we would have liked, but really cool little town. Got to hit up a brewery there, and which is always important, Baggers and Brews. So yeah, it was all in all, I'd say it was a successful trip. It was great for the channel. Managed to get a lot of videos out, had a blast. Always, I mean, we love Florida, so always, anytime we can get down to Florida for a rally, we definitely enjoy that. But
for sure,
all in all, I'd say that was a 2 thumbs up rally. Just real quick, wanted to say, if you like this channel, you're interested in this channel, you've watched this channel and you didn't know, we do have a membership program. We have a lot of awesome members that are in there. You get some cool benefits. If you go to our homepage for Baggers and Brews on YouTube, and right next to the subscribe button is a join button. If you click on that, it'll show you like what we have to offer, the different tiers. We're going to do a lot more this year for the members. We have some awesome members, but I want to provide a little bit more to you guys this year. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to support the channel and help us to keep creating great content, definitely recommend doing that. So then next we basically, so I kind of got to backtrack here because I don't really want to run through all the places we went before getting into the fact that George and I decided before 2024 rolled around that we wanted to do something in 2024 that was bigger than the channel, that wasn't for us for our own personal gain. We had spent 4 years, trying to grow the channel, worrying about subscribers, worrying about views, and all those things that, make us feel good. But this past year, we wanted to do something that was bigger than us and that was for somebody else. So we decided that we were going to spend 2024 fundraising and trying to raise money for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, which is pretty local to us here out of the New York area. It's an organization that was developed right after 9/11 in honor of a firefighter that lost his life, and they raise money for both first responders and military men and women that have been wounded in the line of duty and that they need some financial assistance. So they'll pay off mortgages for family members who've lost, you know, a military or first responder loved one, spouse, due to, you know, their duties. Just things like that. They'll go in and they'll build homes or remodel homes for someone who maybe is disabled now because they lost a limb or something, and they need like special things in their house. So that was kind of, being here in New Jersey, that was something that we really kind of connected with. And so we sought out to do that. And it was a much bigger undertaking than I ever could have imagined, but it was very, very rewarding. So we spent the entire year fundraising in a lot of different ways and aspects. We had a website that you could go to. If you've been watching, you know you've probably donated. We did a lot of different giveaways to raise money, just a lot of stuff.
You had an event in July.
We had an event in July, it was July, and I wanted to fit this in here because this is before the next rally that we went to. So we organized a big event. We were trying to make it like a little hometown rally here in southern New Jersey. We had vendors, we had food trucks, we had music. It was really a successful event. It was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it. It could have turned out better, but we got the whole weather scare.
Interfered.
The weather really didn't interfere. The weatherman interfered. The weatherman kept reporting that it was going to rain that day. George and I kept watching the radars, and we're like, we didn't think it was going to. We thought maybe in the early morning, but then it was going to clear up. But, you know, different weather stations and stuff were telling people it was just going to be a rain out day. So we didn't have as many people at it as we would have loved to, but it was still an amazing event. And for all those people that came out to it, for all the people who participated as vendors, for all the people who donated to us, which so many companies donated different things that we needed for this event.
And all the volunteers that helped us.
Tons of volunteers, tons of my friends, tons of people that care about us stepped up to help, because we definitely couldn't do this by ourselves. This was way too big of an undertaking. You know, it went from just, you know, possibly being a poker run to somehow me being me, wanted to do bigger and better. So it turned into not just a poker run, which it was a poker run, but this whole big event, which was a mini rally. And it was a huge undertaking. And I spent every day between January 1 to July, when this thing went off, like working on it in some capacity. But it was definitely worth it. Huge success. And before we went on, I just wanted to kind of give the final numbers on that. We had set a goal, and keep in mind that George and I had never done an ounce of charity work or fundraising, had no idea what to expect. And we didn't set the goal right away. We got into this. We started making plans. We started getting some sponsors and some different donations. So we came up with the number of $50,000 that we wanted to raise. And yes, it was a huge number.
It was ambitious.
It was ambitious for sure. But, you know, we came...
You had to have a goal.
We came close to halfway on that. We ended up raising $24,667, which I have already given all of that to the Tunnel to Towers, you know, through our website. You were able to donate through an actual Tunnel to Towers website, which, you know, for transparency's sake, we had no control over. Once that money was in there, we didn't touch it. And then the rest of the money we raised was through sponsorships and donations, like directly to us, which then went into the website and on that page and into the big lump sum of $24,667, which I'm extremely proud of. I know George is. When we first discussed it, we were like, hey, if we could get 10 grand, that would be awesome. That would be a great year. So we definitely surpassed that. 50K was definitely lofty. Didn't get there, but I'm definitely proud. And I want to thank a few people who really helped contribute and helped us raise money. We had Dom from Route 32 Riding Gear, who donated a helmet for us to raffle off. Amsoil Adam donated a set of love jugs for us to raffle off. And one of the big and first people to really step up, who and now, you know, we've made friends with them through this, and great people, are Andy and Greg from they own the Iron Horse Inn right there in Sturgis. And if you're looking for a place to stay during the rally, I highly recommend looking them up and checking them out. I'm going to have a video coming out about their place here in the next few months before the rally rolls around. But they donated 2 rooms for us to raffle off for 3 days during the rally, free to whoever won it. A huge donation. So we really appreciate them contacting us. We didn't even have to seek them out. They contacted us, and offered that up. So huge shout out to them. A couple other big sponsors. There's a lot, and I don't have the whole name of all the people that donated money, but Legendary USA, a local company here, a leather company that does vests and jackets and all kinds of leather gear for riders, and not just riders, but tactical stuff and things like that as well. And Bobby Ray's Tavern, on the Black Horse Pike in Mount Ephraim, they both were huge help and gave a very generous sponsorship for that. So huge shout out to all of those guys.
Thank you.
We love you guys. We appreciate it. We could not have done any of it without people stepping up, so we appreciate that. And I just wanted to get that in because that was in July, the event. That was kind of the big thing to wrap up. It didn't wrap up our fundraising. We still continued trying through all the way through the new year, but that was the big ticket fundraising effort. So after that, we had a quick turnaround.
And then we got to party a little bit.
And then we got to really enjoy ourselves and do something that we love. And man, if we could go every year, we would. And that's the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I am so lucky to have a wife who actually enjoys it as much as I do. I know a lot of guys that ride don't have that luxury, but we did 3 weeks, right?
3 weeks total. Might ended up being a little over 3 weeks,
Yeah.
but we took the camper and drove out to Rapid City, and we camped out there for 3 weeks. So we were there a week before the rally, the week of the rally, and then the week after.
Yeah. So our thing was we didn't want to burn a lot of vacation time driving out there. And we're on the East Coast. For those people watching maybe for the first time and don't know, we're in New Jersey. So just getting to Sturgis in the Black Hills is a 1,700-mile ride. And,
It took us 2.5 days.
It's taking you a bare minimum of 2 if you haul butt. And it took us about 2.5. We're towing the toy hauler, the bikes, all that stuff. It's heavy. So it's slow going. You're doing, the speed limit at best. So we rode out. We left the Friday before the rally started. We got there by Sunday. We got to Rapid City, KOA, like you said, and we set up shop there. That was going to be our home base for the whole rally. And we actually we worked. I worked that week up until the rally kicked off, and we went out and did things on the evening. And then we took the whole week of the rally off. And then after the rally was over, we stuck around another week, and we worked, and we went out and did things and rode and explored during the evenings. And then the weekend after that, we headed home. So all in all, it was a little over 3 weeks. Amazing trip.
Oh, we did and saw so much. We met up with some friends. We got to do some of the rides that we hadn't done in previous years. We'd been at the rally, so that was great. We got to see the new opening of Gas Monkey Restaurant.
It's Gas Monkey Garage
Bar and
Grill type of thing, I think they're calling it. I don't know the exact name they're calling it, but it was pretty cool because I was following the whole build of that. If you don't know, they spent a couple of months leading up to Sturgis buying this old restaurant that was there that was originally a garage. It's right across the street from the Harley dealer in downtown Sturgis. Did a whole remodel. He did a whole YouTube series on it, so it was kind of cool. I was following that, and then to get there and actually be able to go check it out was pretty cool. Yeah. They looked like they were pretty busy. We got to meet Richard Rollins, who's the owner from Gas Monkey Garage, and check the whole place out. I know everybody has different opinions on it. I did a video on it. Some people think the guy's an absolute scumbag. Some people love him. I don't really know him that well or know anything personal about him. So
he's a celebrity and we met him.
He's a celebrity, got to meet him. He has a place. He plans to keep that place open year round, which is something that, Sturgis needs. So that's cool. Kudos to him if he really follows through on that. And he's employing people locally. So pretty cool.
We spent a lot of time on Main Street.
We did. We spent way more time on Main Street than we've ever been able to in the past, which was great because, again, huge people watchers, love to just watch. And also, when you have a YouTube channel, you want to record as much as you can of the people, the sights, the sounds.
And the bikes.
And the bikes. You guys all want to see the chicks. You want to see the weird people, the bikes, the party scene, all that stuff. So we got to really focus on that this time. And the first time that her and I went, we had a big group of people, so we were doing a lot of different things, and it was our first time, so we were trying to fit in every single one of those things that people try to do when they're out in the Black Hills. The Crazy Horse, the Mount Rushmore, the Deadwood, the Devil's Tower, all that stuff eats up a lot of time. So,
which we got to do it again.
but we had 3 weeks.
But we had 3 weeks. So some of the stuff we did see after the rally was over and the crowds diminished a bit.
Yeah. I got to go do a meet and greet at the Advan Black tent, which was really cool. They were giving away some stuff. So that was really neat. I met several people while there that you know, viewers of the channel, which was really cool. Got to hang out with Alan from Advan Black. Just an overall good time. They gave away some stuff. I got to draw the number for the winner. Pretty cool. Enjoyed that. We got to head out to Full Throttle Saloon. Check them out. These are all things, guys, if you have not been to Sturgis and you're planning that trip, these are all things that should be on your list for things to hit while you're out there, because these are the things that make Sturgis Sturgis. Full Throttle Saloon is crazy. Big concerts. It's like a little town in there, you know. It's pretty cool. They got everything. They got merch. They got food. They got alcohol. They got bars. They got dancers. They got music. It's everything you could want at a rally, you know. Got to go to the Broken Spoke, hung out there one night, and they were having a concert there. We got to hang out there for a little bit. We didn't stick around really for the concert. I forget even who it was at the Broken Spoke that night.
I forget.
But we were kind of bebopping around the whole town, so we didn't get to see it. But that's right in downtown Sturgis. What else? Hit up Deadwood.
Deadwood. Yeah, Deadwood's always a good time.
Love Deadwood.
Yep.
It's a crazy town. It's historic. It's amazing. It's so cool looking. It's out of the Wild West, which is really neat.
Yeah. Hill City, Spearfish.
Hill City does their own little thing. There was a ton of bikes there when we were in Hill City. We got some good lunch there.
That's the great thing about the Sturgis Rally is so many towns around the area have their own events going on. So you have places to ride to. You know, you're not just stuck in downtown Sturgis or out at the Buffalo Chip. I mean, there's just so many places to go and just bikes everywhere, and it's just such an amazing event.
Everywhere you go, and like I don't even know how many mile radius.
Feels like at least a
50
mile radius.
It's just if you put a giant circle around that whole region, every town you go to's got something going on. So it's pretty cool. Not everyone's going to be as happening as downtown Main Street is, but they got something going on, which is cool. We got to do Spearfish Canyon again, that ride. Plus, we got to hang out there and check out all the vendors and the bikes and all that stuff, which was cool. I got to take you to Van Ocker Canyon, which is an amazing ride that we didn't get to do the first time we went.
Right. Yeah, and that was a fun ride. That was
beautiful.
Everything out there is beautiful, but I really enjoyed that ride. We did that a couple times, actually.
The coolest thing about the Black Hills is like, you set out to go somewhere, but just your ride getting to wherever you're going is beautiful. And then you get to the ride you're going on, which is like it's like a famous ride, and that's amazing. But just getting where you got to go, unless you're on, 90?
Yeah, the highway.
Unless you're on 90, anywhere you're riding out there is beautiful. We got to hit Mount Rushmore. We did that a couple times, actually.
I got to see the evening event where they light Mount Rushmore, and I had been wanting to do that for several years. So yeah, I did finally get to do that, which was
was really cool. We really weren't where we stayed in. Where'd we stay?
Rapid City.
Rapid City. Not a crazy far ride to Mount Rushmore, so we did get to do that. We got to head out after the rally was over. We went out to Devil's Tower when it was going to be a little less crazy. The first time we went to Sturgis, we went to Devil's Tower, and it was a madhouse because all the rally people go there too. This was afterwards, so it was nice and calm. And we got to go hang out at the Buffalo Chip. We were riding with some friends that we met up with out there, and one of them had extra passes to get in, so we got to go.
I got to see Bret Michaels.
And we got to see the Bret Michaels concert. It was really cool, like real throwback to our younger days.
My 14-year-old self was totally fangirling.
And got to hang out with great people. We got to hang out with Stevie, the military biker, which a lot of you guys might know, Full Throttle Hog, and a few other friends out there. So that was really cool.
Our weather was crazy this year.
The weather was all over the place this year, for sure.
Was
I mean, and we were there 3
hot.
weeks. So
well, in a matter of a week, it went from about 105 degrees to 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Just crazy weather. So
and you got to plan for that.
You have to plan ahead and bring all kinds of weather gear.
It's a crazy region, crazy as far as climate goes. they get snow in end of August, September. Sometimes there's the weather can go any which way. So we learned the first time we went thinking, oh, it's going to be hot. It's summer. And the sun sets there, whether it's 100 in the day, when the sun sets, it's not 100 anymore.
Off.
And if you're anywhere, it's the Black Hills. And if you're staying anywhere in the Black Hills where you're climbing an elevation, it's going to get cold. We learned the hard way. This time around, we knew. So
bring your leathers.
And the cool thing for us this time around was we were there 3 weeks. We did a ton of riding. So we weren't like, if it was freezing, it was really cold. Like was it like 50s the one day? It was really cold.
Yeah.
We took the truck. There was a day where it was over 100. We took the truck. Say what you want, but we were there 3 weeks. We had that luxury of doing that. If I was only there for a week, I would just ride everything because you want to, but we had an extended stay. So we utilized the truck a little bit. But all in all, amazing time. Amazing.
Can't wait to go back.
10 out of 10. Recommend Sturgis. I know we did a video in the past that's still getting views and comments to this day. I got comments on it yesterday about 3 reasons not to go to Sturgis, which blew up, and everybody would either, realized we were joking and being tongue-in-cheek or hated our guts. But no, we love it. We would go every year if it was possible. Amazing time. Can't say enough good things about Sturgis.
2 thumbs up rally.
So we turned around and, you come back in August and we were right back out in September, middle of September, for another one of our favorite bike rallies, which is close to us. It's regional for us. So Ocean City Bike Week. Mid-September. It was like the 14th to the 23rd.
It's too close to not go to. It's only about 3 hours from us. Mm-hmm. It's at a beach town in Ocean City, Maryland. And just still summer weather is hanging on, usually around that time of year. This year was absolutely beautiful, perfect weather every day, 75 to 78 degrees, no rain, sunny skies, just perfect rally. It
was perfect. And we love Ocean City to begin with. It's just a fun beach town. And because it's a vacation town, mostly for summertime vacation out here in the East Coast, it's got no shortage of bars, restaurants, hotels, things to do, because it is geared towards the beach vacationers for the summer. So we stayed at the Frontier Campground just outside of town, which I don't know about you, I highly recommend. Mm-hmm. It was our second time staying there, mm-hmm. and you can't beat it for the price and what they have to offer. Full hookups, nice views. And they have their campground's pretty interesting. So you have different sections of the campground. Some of it you could be right on the water, or you could be in another section that's kind of in a wooded section. So it's pretty cool. They have a store. They have a bar restaurant up, or really it's a bar, up at the front of the entrance. If you go there in the summer, they have a lot more to offer because they have a water park, and they have like a Wild West rodeo town, right?
Yeah, and they do put on shows for the kids.
But that shuts down at the end of summer, so by the time you roll in for the bike week, both of those are closed down. But still a cool place to stay. I highly recommend that. Right down the road from there is a really good brewery, and I can't remember what it's called. Sinnapuxent, I believe. Sinnapuxent, I believe it's called. Literally a mile down the road from there. So if you're into good beers, they have that.
The campground is only 6 miles from the rally.
Yes, so and we got to do a lot more riding this year at Ocean City. Not typically thought of as a riding rally, kind of like Daytona, more of a party rally. And again, Ocean City has a great party as far as the music and bands that they have. They have big name bands. I think they're second as far as I know from what I've seen compared to Sturgis with actual names. I've been to other rallies that they have bands, but it's a lot of times it's cover bands and some of the smaller names or some of the really older 80s bands that are just kind of clinging on there trying to make a buck. This has big names. They've
had ZZ Top, they've had Leonard Skinner,
Buck Cherry, mm-hmm. Kid Rock, Moonshine Bandits, Billy Idol. They've had a lot of the big names. We didn't go to the concerts this year, but we did a lot more riding, and we ended up we got invited to go do a poker run that's ran out of there called Cruising the Coast. And Mandy the Machine, if you guys aren't following her on YouTube, go follow her. and her husband Tim invited us to go. So we spent a day and a half with them riding, doing this. You can do this poker run over like the full 3 or 4 days or whatever it is. We knocked it out in a day and just under a day and a half.
Well, it takes you all around Maryland.
But it does. It gets you out and it gets you riding to places you didn't know existed, which is cool because, again, not usually thought of as a riding rally. So that was cool. Had a lot of fun doing that with them. There's a video out on that. I'll link all the videos from these rallies below so you guys can go check them out if you want, if you haven't seen them. And then we had our meetup, which was kind of becoming kind of an annual thing when we do go to the rally. We have like a not really a meet and greet. It's just come out and hang out with us. Like, we're not trying to be celebrities. We just want people who, you know, are there that watch our channel or know us to come hang out with us at Fishtails, which we love.
We always go.
Right?
You can always find us there.
Really good time there. Great bar, great atmosphere. They bring in the bikes, so you kind of got, it's not really a bike show, but they have all the nice bikes lined up inside that you can just kind of hang out around. So that was cool. Got to go to Dewey Beer Company this year, which is a brewery I've been trying to get to. Just up north of Ocean City in Delaware. Buddy of ours, Eric, who SJ Bagger, if you're not following him, go check him out. He always raves about it, and he was not wrong. It was some of the best beer I've had in a long time.
Great beer.
Unbelievable beer
Food.
And awesome food. If I could get that beer up here, it would definitely be one of my staples, but they don't really have it up here. It's a very small brewery, and it's just local to that area, I believe. But unbelievable, knock your socks off beer if you're a craft beer IPA guy. So unbelievable time. It was a great rally. We stayed over a week, so we went down Friday or Saturday? Saturday. Before the Saturday, well before it starts on Wednesday, so we went down the Saturday before.
So we were there a few days ahead of
stayed
time.
through the rally and didn't leave till Monday. So I got to go to the Steelers bar that's down there and watch two Steelers games. The first Sunday and the following Sunday, and then we left on Monday. So great time as always, man. It was a lot of fun. We put out a lot of videos, got a lot of content on that stuff. You can find all of those in our library of video if you're new to the channel. But that was it. It was a super busy season, and then we wrapped up that, and it was kind of, we did a few, we did also local rides. We did, George and I did a poker run for the Nom Knights local chapter, which I think is like the Tri-Base chapter or something like that. Veterans Motorcycle Club. We went out to support them and did their ride. Did a few other local rides with our friends. Just all in all, very productive riding season, which we do have a season up here. So we're not in Florida or South Carolina or Arizona or California. We, try to ride. I try to ride year round, but I'm not riding in 12-degree weather. So we do our best. Also did a ton of installs. George and I did a whole bunch of stuff to the bike. The Gold Digger was new to me this year, getting it, late in 2023. So 2024, we've done a lot of installs. There's tons of videos on that. And still have a lot to go. I just did a couple recently, and I've got a lot more stuff going on in the garage. So stay tuned for those. And really lastly, before we kind of wrap this up, because I'm pretty sure it's already gone longer than I expected, because that's just how it works, but I want to give some thank yous. We've had some amazing partner brands for the channel for years now, some of them, but they've been super supportive. We've been with them since we started having brands that were interested in talking to us. So I wanted to give a huge shout out to Tab Performance, who swear by their exhaust. I have their handlebars, absolutely love them. Check them out. Zero 3D, who's been the absolute most supportive business we could possibly work with. Love them. They're a small company, so when you work with them, it's like family. Love those guys. Check them out. I know there seems to be two light companies in the industry that people gravitate towards, and the other one, a lot of you probably use good stuff too, but we love Zero 3D, amazing customer service, great products, innovative and all that stuff. Advan Black, another company that's obviously, you guys, if you watch the channel, we love Advan Black. We both have tons of things on our bike from Advan Black. Their color match is amazing. Check them out on their website. They have so many good products. Oleans, if you're into suspension, there's a lot of them out there and everybody has an opinion, but I absolutely love my Oleans. George loves his Oleans. I got a new set of them during Sturgis this year. They did a full install front and back on the new bike. I had them on the old bike. They're absolutely amazing. There is a reason why the King of the Baggers races, all those bikes use them. They're unbelievable. We partnered up last year with Legendary USA. They were a huge supporter of the channel as well. And as always, we love our Epic Eyewear. They have some amazing products as well. If you're looking for nice, stylish, well-made glasses that don't break the bank, Epic Eyewear, check them out. And that, you know, I'm probably leaving somebody out as far as that, but those are our main businesses that we work with, brands that we really do support and love. And last but not least, our channel members. I spoke about this earlier, but we have a large number of channel members that have been loyal, awesome supporters of this venture for a couple years now since we started the membership. And we can't thank you guys enough. You allow us to do some things with this channel that we never could have done without having your support and just having our back. So we really appreciate that. If you guys want to be a member, like I said, click on the Baggers and Brews YouTube page. Right next to the subscribe button is a little join button. Click that. We have 3 tiers from, you know, like $2.99 up to like $9.99. And and then you can see what we offer for those, because we want to make it worthwhile for you. And I try to get feedback on the Discord from all the guys and girls that are members, you know, things we could do better, things we could offer that maybe we're not. And I'm really going to try to do even better job this year of making it worth everybody's while to be a member. But you guys allow us to do things with the channel that we never could do if we didn't have you. So that is it, man. That is 2024 in a box, wrapped up with a bow. We're done with it. We're moving on to 2025. Stay tuned for our 2025 preview and what we got going on this year. That'll be coming out soon. Super excited for that. Yep. Anything to wrap up 2024 that I didn't cover?
No, I don't think so. Just thanks to everybody for watching, and hope you continue to watch, like, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Listen, I know this is a thing because I was there too as a watcher of YouTube. If you see us at a rally, out and about riding anywhere, don't feel like you're bothering us to come say hi. We are not celebrities. This is YouTube. We have time. It makes us feel good to know and see the people that are watching to come say hi and say, hey, I'm subscribed or I watch your channel. So please if for no other reason than it makes us feel good, come over. We usually have stickers or some other little goodies that we can give you, and we love to meet you guys and like just meet people that are watching our stuff. And then you can come into our lives. We're going to do a lot of lives this year, and you can chat with us in the side chat and be like, hey, remember, I'm the one you met outside the porta potty in Sturgis or whatever, whatever happens.
We did meet a subscriber outside the porta potty in Sturgis.
So please don't hesitate and don't feel like it's awkward or weird. We're just normal people. We're not celebrities, and we would love to meet you and say hi and get to know you a little bit. So that's it. Stay tuned for our what's coming in 2025. If you haven't already subscribed, like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you see when videos come out. And please leave us a comment. If you've been to Daytona, Sturgis, Ocean City, let us know what you think of them. Recommend some rallies or events, maybe not even rallies, maybe bike shows or just different events, motorcycle related. And don't forget beer related too, because we are a craft beer channel as well. We're going to try to do some more beer reviews this year. There are a handful of you guys out there that enjoy those, so we're going to try to keep doing those. And but we'll get into all that on the next video. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, all right?
Yeah, we'll see you on the road.
Deuces.